Hello and welcome to this week's assembly about what is success. Success can be defined as a person who's achieved something specific. It could be something small, it could be something big. It could be something like a personal success, financial, or a career goal. As you can see from the picture, here is Oprah Winfrey, who has been incredibly successful about making money and being financially secure. She did start off at a young age and was extremely poor and even wore dresses made from potato sacks. She was abused by many members, male relatives and friends of her mother's, and this had started at the age of 9. She became pregnant at the age of 14, but unfortunately the baby died. When she went to live with her dad, she did brilliantly at school. She'd worked in radio, she got her way into working in television shows, and over the last 20 or 30 years, she has interviewed some of the most famous people ever. She's written at least 5 novels and she writes for magazines. She became a millionaire at the age of 32 and is now considered the richest self-made millionaire in America, worth $2.6 billion. Now, this gentleman here, you'll probably recognise him. I had to do a little bit of research on him. I think you pronounce his name PewDiePie. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his real name. Now, he's 30 years old. He went to university. He worked at a hot dog stand. He sold works of art. And then he built up a good reputation for doing commentaries of video games. This young man has got 100.6 million subscribers. I cannot even comprehend that amount of people. There are some countries that haven't even got that many people in its population, and he is worth over $30 million. So he certainly made a success out of his career. Now, there can also be successes with health. As you can see here from the 3 images, you've got the girl called Becca, who was 19 years old at that time, and she was a size 32, and she weighed in at 25.5 stone. She'd broken a chair at the hairdresser's. She could hardly make it up the stairs without using an inhaler. And then for 4 days straight, she stayed in bed and couldn't be bothered to shower, and she'd just given up on herself and the world. She did have a boyfriend. He tried to persuade her that she was beautiful, but she wasn't having any of it. She just thought, I cannot do anything with my life. However, she did find the strength within her to make those changes. As you can see from the picture on the right, you can see that she's lost nearly 13 stone. She'd gone from couch to 10K and now can do 10K runs. She can buy normal sized clothes off a hanger in a shop, and her mental health is incredible. How successful is she? It is amazing to think of how much hard work and resilience that she had and put into that. Now, do you know the 2 gentlemen here on the screen in front of you? I'm sure you can recognise David Beckham, once England's football captain, highly successful, supporting of many charities. The gentleman on the right is Michael Phelps. He has won 28 Olympic medals, 23 of which have been gold for swimming. Now, both of these men have struggled with their mental health. David Beckham has consistently throughout his football career had OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Everything had to be in a set straight line. Everything had to align and to match up correctly. Whilst Michael Phelps suffered with anxiety and depression, he felt that he was never good enough. All he did with his life is he got up, he ate, he swam. He got up, he ate, he swam, he slept. And both of these gentlemen have been incredibly successful, but they've had to fight and work hard for their success and also to overcome their mental health issues. So if we have a look here at the 2 diagrams, which you can see on the screen, you'll see that some people on the left-hand side think that this is what success looks like, that you start in one position and you get straight there and you go straight there. It is an exact pure journey and it's easy to do. However, this is not the case. If you have a look at success on the right hand side, this is what it really looks like. You start, you're full of energy, you're full of positivity, and you start on that journey. You take 2 steps forward, you take 1 step back. It's really, really difficult perhaps to continue to motivate yourself, to continue to get there. And you go round the houses, round the corners, up the hills, down the hills. But eventually, with determination and resilience, you can succeed. And the picture on the right shows you really what it really looks like to become successful. Now, as you can see from this image, which is set in New York, this shows a gentleman who's definitely overcome a fear of heights, who has worked on the creation of the Empire State Building. And what I love about this acronym is that it says success is about overcoming fear. And fear, F-E-A-R, has 2 meanings. You can forget everything and run, which I've done in sometimes parts of my life, or you can face everything and rise. And it's about not giving up and not choosing to be second best. But obviously, the choice is ours. Now, success is learning something new every day, and I'm definitely still learning. A colleague of mine and a good friend of mine showed me, just yesterday, how to use Loom, which is basically being able to present in this way. So it is about learning something new every day, and we will do that all throughout our lives. Also, success is about celebrating small victories. Look at those ants, look how tiny they are, and yet they can carry huge amounts of weight, more than double, triple their own body weight. And I love this quote by Robert Collier, which states, "Success is the sum of the small efforts repeated day in and day out." It's easy enough for us to say, I can't do that, I won't do that, I'm no good at that. But unless we start trying every single day, we can chip away and we'll get better and we'll improve. So success is celebrating the small victories. Success is also about never letting a disability hold you back. You can always find something positive in any situation as long as you've got a growth mindset and you look at the positives and look at the abilities you have got instead of looking at the negatives. Finally, I think success is about setting goals. What did you want to do in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? It says people with clear written goals accomplish far more in a shorter period of time than people without them can ever imagine. When I was a little girl, I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher, and that is exactly what I did. I knew I had to get my GCSEs. I knew that I had to go to college and get my A-levels. I knew that I had to then go to university and do a teaching degree to be able to become a teacher, and I've never ever looked back. I ticked off all of those goals as I went along the way. So how does success happen? Firstly, it is a decision. You can tell yourself you will be successful, or you can choose a different route. You've got to believe in yourself and have confidence that you can do this. You can be enthusiastic. You will find the more positive and enthusiastic you are, the more people you will have that will be drawn to you. Like I said earlier, be organised, have a plan of action, have those set goals, and take control of those goals. Now, I love this quote that Nelson Mandela says. He said, you can win or learn. So he doesn't use the word lose. He says you either win or you learn from your mistakes and you continue to move on. Also, we need to stop making excuses. I think it's far too easy in life to make excuses. Well, I can't read. I can't run. I can't write. I can't do that obstacle course. The word can't should not be part of our vocabulary. Easier said than done, though, I know. You need to make happiness a priority and be resilient, dig deep and don't ever give up. And have a can-do attitude. Finally, set yourself time to do what you need to do, and that is how you can become successful. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope you're all safe and well, and hopefully I'll be back in a few more weeks to give you another assembly. Take care. Bye.